All right, recording. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to meditate. And this is the most controversial part of my class, believe it or not. We talk about gender and pay, and that still doesn't get people as upset as meditation. We talk about lawyers and taxes and contracts, and it still doesn't get as, we talk about working weekends. It still doesn't upset people as much as meditation, and has never made any sense to me. So this is no different than your weekly staff meeting. You have what's called a stand-up most of the time, where some companies you actually stand up the whole time, and you get an idea of how everybody's feeling, the status of every single project, and then we go forward from there. So we got a lot of stuff going on, not just in this class, but in general. And the first thing you should do is like, I'm going to pause and figure out what is right. I'm just not going to react blindly to everything. Right? And that's the big thing is like you just, and it's called the monkey mind, right? It's this idea of I'm going to get some stimulus, I'm going to react to it. Get some stimulus, I'm going to react to it. Versus, all right, let me get a better idea of what is happening here. And then let me pick my actions. And when you go with the monkey mind, right, you're not picking your actions, you're just reacting. Okay. You got to have some control over what you do next. And there's a lot of practical benefit to this. Okay. All right. So Annie Puddicombe explains this very, very well. So let's get into this. All right, there's the Spokane AdFed site. You should go ahead and take a look at that in your own time. All right. So one of the first things I'm gonna have you do here is, right, remember the blue sky. This isn't the idea of false positivity. I don't believe in any of that. Like that's all positivity subjective. I'm trying to get to the objective part is what can I actually do with this? Okay. Shoot, I'm gonna have to stop the video share. Can you hear the audio?
It's very low.
It's very, very low, but it's coming through. Alexis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Still low, Alexis?
Yeah.
All
Super
right.
low.
Well, I'm gonna have you all watch this in your own time. But basically, right, the gist of all this is like the sky's always blue, no matter the weather. And as long as we keep that in mind about what we're doing, we'll be okay. The other thing here is this week I'm gonna have you create a Headspace account, right? Annie Puddicombe's company. One, because I've always recommended this. And two, right, and right now they're actually providing a lot of people of their services for free. So I think this is awesome. This is all part of our mindfulness, and this is the hard part of class. Colin, stop trying to fix me. I'm fine. Stop trying to improve me. I'm good. Okay. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and do this quick meditation. Next thing you need to do is sit straight up, right? Meditation is an active exercise. If you're falling asleep and you're drifting off, then you're not doing this right. If you're like scratching at an itch or you're moving around, right, you're not doing this right. Meditation is an active mental exercise. Feet flat on the floor. Okay. Hands in your lap. Sit straight up. Sit straight up. Okay. Breathe. That's it. Breathe. Deep breaths. If there's a person next to you, they should be able to hear your breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe. In through the nose. Exhale is 1. In through the nose, out through the mouth is 2. Deep breaths. Now, in your own time, close your eyes. Just take note of how you're feeling. Now we're going to count to 10. Inhale, exhale, 1. Inhale, exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. When you get to 10, repeat this. If you lose count, start again at 1. Now, don't focus on anything. Just let your mind do what it wants. And in your own time, open your eyes and just appreciate how it might feel. Just take note of how you're feeling. So 3 minutes. In 3 minutes of your day, normally in class, we do it for 5. You can already begin to see just in 3 minutes how differently you feel. It's the exact same situation. The sky's still blue. The weather's the same. We still have the same stuff to do in this class. We still have the same amount of work. Nothing has changed in that 3 minutes except how you're feeling, right? Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed in that 3 minutes except how you're feeling. For lack of time, I will tell the Lucy story another time. But in short, I had a 9-year-old ask me, "What'd you do in class today?" And I said, "Oh, I had my students meditate." And she goes, "What the heck is that?" Although that wasn't the word she used. She's like, "What the heck is that?" It's just said, just sit there. So how long? She goes, 5 minutes. And she goes, "No, no, I know. We can't. That's not hard. They're paying you to sit there for 5. They're like, yeah." She goes, "I can do it for 15." I goes, "Well, the drive home is 15." She goes, "All right." So she sat in the front seat, right? Because there was no room in the back. Don't turn me in. It's Washington state law. Okay. She's also weighs enough to not have anyway. So so she was quiet and still for the whole 15 minutes while my daughter is in the back squirming, right? And I was like, that's interesting. Like she legitimately says, "I can sit still." Some of you got to 10. Some of you never got past 3 because as soon as you counted to 3, a thought popped up, monkey mind, right? So in class, when you're doing this, I walk around and I poke you with a marker. Like, ow, why'd you poke me with a marker? Because I'm distracting you. You just lost count. What number were you on? I don't know. Right? I didn't even poke most of you. So your mind is constantly being distracted from what you need to be doing. And it's practice. It's a muscle. This is a muscle. Being able to focus and get your work done is a muscle that you're learning to exercise, right? Versus, oh my gosh, I'm just going to read all of my email and go into panic mode and get all my and try to no, like this is a process. Okay. All right. All that said, that's our start of this. All right. Let's go ahead now and get into the course website and let's get through some of these Notion cards. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to switch to my student view here. All right. All right, so let's do this. All right, so what you're taking a look at right now is there's a test student right here. There's the name of a test student, okay, just like you're a student. And over in the sidebar here, right, test student has 2 things, right? He has professional practice has shared with him, okay, the brown book cover by Mike Montero has shared with him this page, right? Only you and I can see this page. Okay. Now here's test students workspace. You're going to have your own workspace for your different projects. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Okay. I need you to have a distinction between the shared space, that's you and I, right? And your shared and your workspace for anything. So the first workspace you're going to create here is go ahead and create a new workspace. Okay. And this one's going to be for yourself. Okay. All right. And notice it's called test workspace. Just going to go ahead and change this. So I'm going to go back into members and settings here. And I'm going to go to the workspace settings. I don't want to be test workspace. Okay. And a good thing to call this thing is professional practice. Now, if you've already done this and a call, I got Notion figured out, great. Just hang on to that. Right. You can even say my professional practice. Okay. You can start there. Right. So this is your workspace. This is all of the stuff that I can't see unless you explicitly share it with me. And then we're going to go ahead and hit update on that. Now, right now, it is the standard plan, right? And what we want to do here is go back into the settings here for my professional practice. Okay. And go to members and sorry, we're going to go to settings. Excuse me. Scroll down. Where are they? Oh, They moved it. Go to upgrade and scroll down, and because you have the awesome free education plan, it's going to switch it. So right now, if we take a look at this, it is the free plan. We want the personal education plan. So go to settings, upgrade, scroll down to students and educators. This is why I had you sign up with your Eastern account so they can vet you as a student, right? And notice I don't have a free Eastern account and I can't do this, but you should get a button that basically says upgrade. So there's workspace. Okay, so throw up a hand, right? You understand the difference between a workspace, an entire workspace, and the page I shared with you, right? Yes, yes? Great. All right. The next thing we're going to do is go through our cards. Okay. All right. So here is the student, and here is the shared page that I have with the test student. Okay. And again, you can change these views. So here's the shared page I have the test student. Here is the course website. So, yeah, so again, course website, student, course website, student. So back in the course website, the student's like, I need to do my work because I'm falling behind. Great. They're going to go to daily engagement and they're going to go ahead and go to number 11 here. Okay. We just did 11. So let's go to, yeah. So let's go ahead, go to 12 now. Okay. Now this is the Danielle Flynn hack. She figured this out. I thought it was kind of cool. I didn't know it existed. It's not in the documentation anywhere. So I'm going to show you this trick. So normally how you do this in the past was you copy this and you would just paste it into a brand new card. This is the Daniel Flynn trick. It's very, very neat. So let's say, so looking at this test student, like, oh, this test student is falling way behind, okay? So for this week, we're starting at 11, okay? A good way to do this is if you copy the title, okay, and without turning this into a UX class, if you copy the title, again, copy the title from the course website, copy the title. Right, so I'm into a card. I'm going to copy the title from the course website. And then if you just don't click on anything else, this is the undocumented hack. Don't click on anything else, right? Make sure you're out of the focus window. Just paste, Command V, paste. It'll copy the entire card, and then you can just change it to that and go through. That is complete and utter hack that I cannot believe even exists, right? And this won't work if you're in anything else. You have to be outside of all the cards. So just click on an empty white space and then paste. So one more time real fast. Now I want to do number 12. I'm going to, from the course website, pop open the card, copy the title, go back to my shared page, make sure that I'm in, click it into white space, and just paste the card in. And that's how that hack works. It's that undocumented hack. So that should save you some time. So for this one, yes, right? You're going to create your free Headspace account, and then you're going to practice meditation. Okay. And we just did that. Good, good. All right. And Andy Puddicombe walks you through this, the same TED Talk that you saw. All right. We good on your cards? Throw a hand up. Excellent. All right. That's what we're supposed to do on Monday. All right. We're going to burn through some stuff very, very quickly here. Okay. And so we can get ready for the next part is your company. All right. So I'm going to bring open I'm going to pop open your chapter 1 of your textbook here. All right. So the first chapter we read, right, was chapter 13. Like, Colin, why am I reading the last page in a book, right? Because that is important, right? And that kind of sets the tone for all this. So next we're taking a look at chapter 1. Can you see this PDF here? Oh, there it is. All right. Can you see it now? All right. So without reading to you your textbook, let's go ahead and get through this. And this is the first place to start, right? I use that sports analogy a lot because I think a lot of this class is more about sports psychology than actually being a professional like a professional designer, because all these things still apply. And if you're going to go run a marathon and you ask yourself, do you actually like to run marathons? Well, Colin, it's a dumb question. I just want to run a marathon. Well, time out. Do you actually like to run? Because marathons have a lot of running. How many miles are in a marathon? I don't know. 26.2, right? Just looked it up. It's the same thing, designers. People come to my office hours and like, I want to be, Colin, can you help me with this contract? How much should I charge for this project? And I go, do you want to do this project? Do you like what this is? What skills can you bring to this project? No. Just tell me what to put on this contract. No, just tell me what to charge. It's like, do you actually want to do this? You have free will. You can choose whether or not you want to do this project. Well, it's a freelance project that I'm doing for a family member. It's like, all right, they're going to pay you. Well, how much should I charge them? How about we take one step back and go meta on this? Like, do you want to do this? Do you have the time to do this? Well, Colin, now you're just being a jerk. I came here for you to help me write this contract and to tell me what to charge. And you're asking me about, and all you're doing is identifying that I don't want to do this project. What? Yes, that's what chapter 1 is about. Chapter 1 is really about, like, do you really want to do this? Because they're being upfront. This is like running a marathon. Hey, there's a lot of running involved in a marathon. And you don't run a marathon the next day. You have to warm up to it, correct? You have to practice for it. That's what this class is about. We're practicing. Like, we don't just get in and start running. Like, we have to be able to run. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna pick out some points here from the book. Okay. I can't stress this enough. Things are gonna change. Okay. You're gonna like your clients, right? You're gonna dislike your clients. Doesn't matter. Like, the work still has to get done. Okay. Because why? You agreed to do this work, right? Some clients are great and amazing. Some clients are really, really difficult. Okay. The website I dislike to no end, just so you're aware of this, is Clients from Hell. Clients from Hell breaks my heart. Okay. Why? Well, think about this. Designers love, I'm gonna pop back here. This is what we didn't get to talk about. I'm trying to give the short version of this talk under our time here. We might run a little bit over today because we have to make up for Monday, but we'll do this. I'm going to bring up the Clients from Hell website. I'm going to tell you why I dislike this website so much. It's because designers, basically designers found people to give them money and to get their help, and then designers just kind of shit all over them. That's why I dislike this website. Yes, there's a podcast. Well, I don't like that there's people who came to you and need your help, right? Because they're not designers, and we're just going to like say ridiculous things like design disasters, absurd requests. Well, how about you do your job as a designer and tell them what design is and is not? How about you do your job and say, this is what I'm going to do, versus getting on this anonymous website and posting stuff? Like, here you go. She sent me 6 paragraphs of critique about ways I can improve your design. Well, maybe because you didn't explain what your role was, and they felt like they had to do it. Right. I'm in the Mike Montero, Aaron Draplin, and Alan Lupton camp. It's like, how about you have some design professionalism, right? Instead of just subjectively complaining about people, right? Look at this, right? A client who is a marketing director, I use that term loosely. Basically, this is an entire website. The whole podcast is about making fun of people who pay you money that need your help. Right. So let's take the library sticker project. Some of you are thinking, oh, this project is dumb. I don't want to do this. Somebody's like, this is awesome. This is a great opportunity. Those are all subjective feelings, right? And I'm trying to get to the objective is, are you going to make stickers for your audience? You can feel any way you like about our project. I'm trying to get to the objective, right? Do you feel good about the stickers that you're making for your audience? So in your own time, go ahead and finish rereading for lack of time, right? Chapter 1. Other things here is this organization. This is the meta part, okay? One of your future cards is going to be what meta work can you do, all right? If I can't do work, I'm going to do stuff like clean my physical desktop. If I can't do work, I can't focus. If I can't focus, I'm going to clean my physical desktop. If I can't do work, I'm going to clean my digital desktop, right? If I can't do work, I'm going to fold the laundry. That's meta work. Stuff's got to get done. What is the wrong approach to this? I'm going to go try to create some motivation to do the work that I don't want to do. right? There's always meta work that can be done. Okay. All right. This is where we're going to be spending some time today, right? The idea of experience and where your skill sets are. Okay. Other things, and we'll come back to that. Oh, you can hear my loud mouse here. All right. This will be future classes. We'll be talking about lawyers, taxes, accountants, all that good stuff. We need to talk about this now. Right? This is why this is in chapter 1 of this book. Hey, if you don't want to talk about any of this stuff, you might not want to be a freelance designer. You might not want to start your own company. Okay. I have a lot of classes, but I think I gave the pep talk about starting your own company here in town. Oh yeah, was it to you guys or UX3? Anybody? So I told you. Thanks, Alexis. I told UX3. He's like, look, who's the next generation of local company owners? Because this generation is retiring. They're not going to be running the same companies that are in the ad fed. I'm looking at 14 people right now. Right, they're the next wave. Right? The companies that you're going to be applying to aren't going to be around. And I'm looking at the next people who are like, because those people were students at one point too. So I'm hoping that's you, right? But to do all that, we got to talk about all of this stuff. Okay. Oh, that was a much better pep talk to UX3. They're like, yeah, we're going to go out and we're going to be the the next wave. All right. Again, we got to think about being a CEO, okay, CFO, financial officer. Okay. Finally, this is the last part. Sorry. I hate to tell you this. So little of your time is going to be spent actually doing design. Oh, it hurts because you'll be doing all this other stuff. Sales, right? Getting new work, managing your stuff, right? Pitching your stuff. Okay. And this is all a part. This is like the marathon. Hey, marathons, you might get some blisters, right? You're going to burn through your shoes. It's going to be a lot of running and you're going to have to train for it. Right? We're practicing the training here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into our card and we're going to take care of the next card there. We did now let's go ahead and take a look at 13 and this is how we're going to wrap up class. All right, everybody get into card 13. We're going to be doing this together. Let's go ahead and take a look at card number 13 there. Okay, one of your projects for this class is you're going to have to sell something other than your services. Okay. You're going to, because services is actually a part of all of this. So reread chapter 1 that I briefly skimmed through. So this is where we're going to start. I need to know that you can make this. So go ahead and use the Daniel Flynn hack and copy this card to your page that we're sharing. So take a minute to do that. Copy this card to your page. All right, hang in there. I know we got another like 10 minutes. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this card to my page there. All right. So you've reread chapter 1. Okay. You're like, yes, I want to do this. I understand that there's going to be running involved in this marathon. I want to run this. Great. Those are all great reasons. Okay. All right. I need 10 core competencies. This is skills and strengths. 10 things you're really, really good at. Okay. This list should be 100. I just need 10. Okay. All right. So let's have an open discussion here. Okay. So unmute your mics. I don't know. Can I unmute you all at once? Participants, can I unmute all? I can unmute it all. Ooh, this is going to be a cacophony of sound. All right, yell out your skills. Go.
Research.
Research.
Meeting new people.
Ooh, networking. That's a good one. That's not one of my skills.
Organization.
Oh, not one of my skills. And I have a master's in project and program management and still not one of my skills.
Good listener.
Oh, good listener. I could be better about that. Ask my spouse. She's like, yeah, you can be a better listener.
Maybe I'm good at writing.
Oh, I have so many books on writing, right? And I still need to get so much better. Anybody?
Public speaking.
Oh, I'm good at that. That I have no fear about that.
Storytelling.
Good. You all should be yelling at each other over each other right now. Yell over each other. What are your skills?
Helping others.
Oh, that's a great one. That's design empathy right there.
I always go blank when I try to think of my skills, so.
All right. Now,
Oh, I'm mute.
Trent, this is perfect. We're getting to the core of what I'm doing here. What are you passionate about? Yell it out.
Photography.
The environment.
You could put your passions together and do landscape photography.
I'm down with that.
Collab on. So, if we had time, I would dig deeper. All right, I'm gonna mute all for a second. If we had time, I would dig much deeper into all this. And I don't blame the technology for everyone being kind of shy about this. So an in-person class, all right, and I can't do this. This is what I do, everybody. I take you down to the pub. Okay. I make you stand up in front of everyone in the pub and talk about yourself, one student at a time. And to some of you, that's a frightening thought. Like, why? Those people don't have you talk about your core competencies, your passion, your strengths, right? And have you say it real loud. Because I need you to be able to just yell out, like, this is what I want to do. Right? And confidently ask and confidently say, like, this is, I'm confident about photography and the environment, and not be shy about this. In-person professional practice is really hard if you're going to hide. There's no hiding in this class. Right? If you want to go do something, you have to let people know that's what you're passionate about and that's what you want to do. So start there. Okay. It's fine to say, I'm not sure what my skills are. Well, start with what you like and don't like. Right. And then we're going to derive from there. All right. Alexis, if you ask me to go shoot photos, I'm like, no. I mean, I had a project there. I had to go shoot. They needed custom photography. You know, I hired Professor Massengale to do it. He's the photo instructor. He's a way better photographer than I am. Some of the best money I've ever spent. I was like, oh, great. These photos are awesome. I didn't have to take them. Right. And I have an expert doing it. Why am I saying all of this, Colin? Because that's what people are doing to you. That's why people are hiring you. They don't want to design a logo. That's why they're going to hire you to do it. They don't want to design a sticker. They're going to hire you to do it. Okay. So we have to be able to see both sides of that. All right. So there are your 10 core competencies and skills. All right. From that, you're going to actually have services. Okay. So 10 services. Now, the problem with this is people just start listing off services that they've seen on other websites. Ready? I get weird stuff like, I'm going to do branding, right? I'm going to do identity. And then I get something weird like this, right? Ready? Ready for this thing? Web development. Like, whoa, time out. Right? Well, now, why is this now? What? No one, are you saying someone can't be good in all these? Yeah, someone can be, but this kind of throws off a client, doesn't it? Okay. When people ask you what you want to do, don't throw the whole kitchen sink at them. They're asking for your expertise. They're asking, yes, you can do a whole lot. And yes, you're still trying to figure out what that whole lot is. But when you pitch it, you're one person, right? And I'm going to type something that bugs a lot of designers when I say, no, you can't say this. Ready? Sorry, that can't be you. Well, Colin, you're limiting my my life. No, I'm not limiting your life. I'm trying to give you some focus. You can't be full service. There's an objective reason why you can't say you're a full service design company, because you're going to create a company. You're going to create a company name. You're going to create a company logo. You're going to do all that stuff for your company. All right. Can someone tell me why you can't be a full, objectively, why you can't be a full service design company? There's a very, very good reason why you can't say this.
Because
Objective.
design is too deep of a field to have knowledge in all areas of it, really. I mean, you could train for years to be an expert, like motion designer, but it might be hard to become an expert in multiple areas of design without a lot of study.
Ellie, that is a great explanation. But it's still subjective. There's an objective reason for this.
Okay.
Yeah. Good rationale, though. All right. For lack of time, close your eyes. And I'm gonna type it out, and then I'm gonna have you open your eyes. All right, open your eyes. That's the objective reason. It's not hard to figure out. You're one person, right? Who already has to do a lot just to do design, as we talked about in our textbook. Your day is already spent doing a million different things, right? You can't be full service because you're one person. You're setting yourself up for some potential failure. Okay? And that's why we need to, the other thing here, Colin, what's the pragmatic version of this? Because no company is going to say, hey, we want you to do everything, right? A company's going to want you to come in and specialize. And that's the other thing that we're learning. So what's the practical benefit of this, right? So you can go to an employer and say, these are the things I want to specialize in, right? This is the things that I want to do, versus I'll do anything, whatever you want. Just pay me. Okay. Good there? All right. All right, let's talk about the last one here. Tangible things. This is, okay. And I like this part. All right. You see this a lot, right? Somehow this has become your all's parlance. And I actually don't mind this. I'll take this. I'm stealing this from your generation, this idea of a side hustle. Yeah. They were just products and services. And when I was younger, now you're just this idea of everyone's got a side hustle, which is all fine by me, right? I got into, freelancing because I just wanted some extra beer money, realistically, right? So let's think about things that you can actually create and sell. Okay. So I've had students come up with some really great stuff, right? And the first one that you can create and sell is what? From your the SCLD sticker project, what can you create and sell?
Stickers.
Stickers, yay! All right, Lillian, was that you? Yeah. It's the hotness. Create and sell stickers. You're already going to go through if this is something you want to do. Look, and there's lots of websites that let you design, create, and sell. Okay. All right, this is the great Metaphysi folks, right? They design all these like fancy like web apps. They also do? They sell logos, and they tell you when each logo is sold. Okay, and they tell you the ones that are still available for sale. Okay, and current price per logo, that's the current price. They're not trying to hide it, right? So if I click on this one, I can buy that logo. Here's a license agreement to all of this. This is a perfect demonstration of professional practice in a nutshell. Colin, get to there you go, 30 seconds. Boom, done. Right? Here's what you can't do with the logo that I'm selling you. Here's me selling you the logo. Okay. So other things you can sell. You'd be surprised. What tangible things can you sell from your skill set? Oh, I had a student do this, right? 3D modeled game weapons. I had a student, he loved to make weapons for weapons. He just like went into 3D modeling software and just made so many weapons and just weapons upon weapons. And his portfolio was like just these like made up weapons. And he's like, who would want to buy this? I go, there's an entire game industry that would want to buy these weapons that you make. So he would sell them these 3D mock-ups. Okay. Web designers. All right, I'm just going to give this away unless you want to. Anybody can unmute and yell out. Web designers, what can you sell?
Templates.
Templates, lots and lots. All right. Oh, what is his name? Oh, there is a Envato. All right. Thank you, Bobby. Envato 1 million in sales. Basically, right, Envato sells web templates and other templates, and this designer, I believe he was in Thailand, basically sold $1 million worth from his from Thailand, right? So Envato, look, there's an entire board about all the people. There you go. Right? All these people have sold $1 million in web templates, or just templates in general, templates for CMSs, templates for other things. There's people who want it, right? If you want to design posters, make a whole bunch of poster templates, sell those. How much you gonna charge? Ah, good. We'll get to that. Right? Like this is not a Colin thing. There are lots of people who've made good money, right, selling their templates. All right. Before we go on too much further, oh look, this is their wall of fame. Look at all these people. Look how many people, right? Million sales, a million sales, a million sales. Look at all these people made a million sales. This person makes deliciously crafted WordPress themes. Has already sold 1 million. It's got 23,000 just on this one alone. All right, writers, photographers. Oh, photographers, you got this. This is easy. Photographers, right? Alexis, you got this. Okay. Now, refresh my memory. Who said the environment as one of their passions?
I did.
All right. So Amelia, off the top of your head, how do you think we can turn that into something tangible that you could sell? I have one.
You could sell products that are better designed to help the environment. So maybe like reusable packaging, or so trying to sell designs of like printed bags so that people use reusable bags for plastic bags or paper bags.
You know, Bobby, that's an even better idea than what I had. Right.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Mhm.
just offer stock photos, take pictures, and
Yeah, stock photos. Lots of money in stock photo. Yeah. So back to the environment and what Bobby said. What I'm trying to get into is, right, Amelia, you can sell this. And because consulting and ideas are all tangible things. And this is what we can sell. But Colin, isn't this a service? Yeah. Right. So one of the things that I would like to know, right, is I need someone to help me figure out what I can and can't recycle. Right. And maybe that is loosely tied into the environment. Okay. Other thing here is like, you know, where in town can I go on walks? Like, what should I see? Right. So my point here, and maybe Amelia, those are all stretches, right? But I'm hoping that that kind of gets everybody's brain going about like this isn't just selling something as physical as a sticker, right? And notice I didn't say physical, I said tangible things. Okay. And this is going to be part of the things, the services that we offer as our company. What tangible things can you make from this? Okay. You know, there are lots and lots of people selling. There's professional kitchen organizers. There's people who just organize. Y'all think I'm kidding here. Marie Kondo has made professional organizers. Organizer. There you go. These are the people that you can hire, right? Order Restored LLC. And we're going to talk about what LLC is. You can hire them to come in and arrange your kitchen, right? in another lifetime, right? I'm her. I'm doing that. Yeah. So I want us to really start thinking about this. There are people will pay you, right, for your passion, your expertise, and your knowledge, right? Going back to the beginning of class, if you tell them that's your passion, expertise, and knowledge. We good? Good? All right. So before we start talking about incorporation, before we start talking about, how to do all that stuff, we need to figure out what is it that we're actually selling first. And that's what a lot of your chapter 1 textbook is about. Like, what do you actually want to do? Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop recording. And that is it. All right, your other 2 cards are going to be posted soon. Get caught up. Some of you are